Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to go over the 2 to 6 player game Antiquity Quest by Grandpa Beck Games. Let's go down to the table and I'll give you a general overview of the game, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is a game of Antiquity Quest, and what you're going to do is you're going to deal out 10 cards to each player. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at these cards, and you're trying to complete sets to gain points. So you're going to take these cards and you're going to go ahead and sort them. And there we go. And you're going to have a couple different actions on your turn. There's a couple different cards. Like these are special Remington cards, and you have jewels that you can use, and I'll go over those guys in a second. But the things you can do on your turn is you can draw 2 cards from the draw pile, or you can pick up all cards from the discard pile. And you have to do one of those. Then you may also play as many cards as you like from your hand. And the way that you get this is you can start a collection, and your collection has to have at least 3 cards in it. So I could say, all right, I'm going to start this collection. Or I can add to that collection. So if I had, I could add this jewel. I can explain in a minute why that's bad, but you can do those different things. Or you can play a Remington card, and the Remington cards here let you just simply draw 2 cards, so I can get 2 more cards. Then, after I play them, I can discard. You can discard any Antiquity treasures or test cards face up down here. If you discard the last card from your hand, you immediately pick up your cash. So one thing I didn't explain on there is when you deal out 10, so the way the game works is you deal out 10 cards, and then you also deal out a cache of 10 cards. And you're trying to burn through these cards and then burn through your last 10 cards in your cache to end the game. So you'll get 10 cards to start and 10 more cards as your cash to go. So you can discard these out to expedite that. Just keep in mind, though, that you want to play a little bit more towards potentially building bigger sets instead of discarding cards to get that cash. It just depends on what you're doing. The idea behind the sets is going to be this. You're going to get scores based on the different sets you can do. You can do a mixed collection, which is just going to be a mixture of 5 Antiquity or treasure cards. You can get a standard Antiquity, which is going to be 5 Antiquity cards, all the same suit. So they'll just be all of the suit, but they're not like in order or anything. You can get a standard treasure, which is any 5 treasure cards, which is going to be these guys. You can go and get the higher points, which is 1 of each Antiquity card from the same suit, and they're going to be numerically different. And then the other thing is you can have perfect treasure. You can have 1 of each treasure card and no duplicates is a 1500. So you're trying to get these different sets. And the one thing where I don't think I mentioned adequately is when you're playing cards, and the reason why you may not want to put your sets out initially and just keep going is that you can play a card on an opponent's set, ruining it or devaluing it. So you want to try to be a little careful when you put them down. The other thing you also have is you can use these different wild cards too to help out. And that is just a super brief overview of the game. You're just going to do those actions. You're going to do the draw, you're going to do the play, you're going to discard, you're going to keep going until someone runs out of their cash. The game's going to end. You're going to score them up. And the game comes with a really cool score pad to help you out. And you get pretty high scores on here because some of the collections can be worth a lot. And what you're going to want to do in general is you're going to agree upon the rounds. I would probably just recommend always doing 3 rounds of the game because there's 3 on here and, save paper. But that is a brief overview of the game Antiquity Quest. Let's go ahead back up to the table here and I'll give you my final thoughts on this game. So yeah, Antiquity Quest. by Grandpa Beck Games is a lot of fun. It is a really cool set collection game. I like how you can mess up other opponents' sets, and you have to push your luck in how long you're going to be holding these sets in your hands and try to collect them versus putting them down. And you have the pressure of the other players finishing both sets of their 10 cards. It's a lot of fun. It's great in big groups. It's a lighter game and it's super easy to teach. So if you're looking for like a lighter game that you can play with family and friends, I would highly recommend Antiquity Quest.